Hello everybody, it is I, Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Global Racers Cup, aka the GRC Max Schnell. Max Schnell is from Cars 2. I got this guy a while ago, and I'm excited to finally be reviewing him. He is actually the last of the GRC I needed. Here's all of them in order of when I got them. Originally, I was going to wait till a friend of mine sent his copy of Max Schnell, but then I found one, so might as well just open it, right? You know, it's kind of sad that the GRC is over, but, you know, this is exciting for me, because this is the first time I've actually ever, completed one of these expanded universe lines, because, you know, they're all so big, and most of the cars get really, really expensive, but due to the fact that these guys were issued twice, and in multiple different ways, even Max Schnell, who was once $30 and super hard to find, ended up being a pretty easy one. Like, last time I checked, I actually found quite a few in the stores, so really nice to finally have Max Schnell. Even though he's probably my least favorite of the World Grand Prix racers, but, you know, this is a pretty neat variant. Has the multicolored wheels that some of the GRC cars do, namely Francesco, I think. I think it's only Francesco. Weird. GRC number 4, the hexagon pattern, Max Schnell. I actually found out that the font they use for the GRC is actually also in the Glow Racers, kinda. At least the 3 Plus seems similar. I thought it was supposed to emulate Cars 2 era diecast packaging, but I guess I was wrong. I thought it'd be cool if they did that, but turns out they didn't. Anyways, here on the back here, all the GRC singles, I believe, minus Francesco. A bit strange, but I kind of like how this looks. This looks a lot cleaner than if they put 6 cars here. Each sold separately, 2024 copyright date, Thailand. A lot of people complain about these expanded universe variants, but you know what? I'm kind of glad they made these, at least. I know Race and Rescue, the newer one, is taking up the main line, and I don't like that, but I think the GRC was a solid idea. You know, 9 cars, spice up the World Grand Prix racers, because people actually really don't like the World Grand Prix racers, and gave us some interesting variants. Anyways, enough dilly-dally, onto the review of Max. Okay, here he is out of the box. He looks very interesting. Now, Max Schnell is traditionally a more purpley color, but for this, they decided to go with a silvery look, which is pretty trippy to look at. He's got some GRC decals where, you know, the World Grand Prix logos would usually be. Or actually, no, not World Grand Prix. He has his own. I think it was WTOL or something. It's his class of racing. Oh, I've never had a Max Schnell before, so this is my first time experiencing this sort of carbon fiber detailing Max is known for. It feels pretty nice. It's not too prominent. It's like the right amount of. Sorry, I'm a bit of a touch-sensitive person. I think I've said that before, but you know, it doesn't feel wrong to hold this car. It doesn't feel like I'm not holding a toy car. It still does, but it feels really textured, and I really wish more cars diecast had better texturing than this. You know, because some cars don't have texturing like that. I'm not a fan of his face, but that's how Max Schnell normally looks. I really like the addition of the extra red on him. I think it spices up his design a lot. Like the yellow sort of curving up around here. There are the secondary sponsors, which I'm not going to attempt to read. They are really hard to read on a background like gray. Is the sort of TV static windows. He doesn't have plastic insert windows? I thought he did. Maybe that was a change they made from China to Thailand. I know they do that sometimes. Same with his eyes. I always thought they were an eye plate, but I guess they're just built into the car, but they're just like indented so it looks like a real windshield. I think he's an Audi. Is he an Audi? I know Nigel Gearsley's an Aston Martin. GRC. Just look at the base real quick. Very flat, like all the World Grand Prix racers are. Yeah, I really like the red and yellow highlights. I think they help stick out. Oops. Sorry, I dropped my phone. I'm not myself this morning. GRC number 4. I think it's really clever they put the number on this part instead of over here. I think it makes Max Schnell pretty unique, which he needs because he's the worst World Grand Prix racer. I'm sorry, Max. I really don't like you. You're really mid. Sorry, Max. He has his little exhaust pipe there. He has these little step ladder things like we see on a boat, I think. I don't know. Are these like vents? I think these are like vents. Global Racer Cup. Max Schnell. I sound Scottish when I'm doing a German accent. So yeah, that's that. I guess I could compare them to every single one. Start with Carla. Let's go in chronological order of when I got these guys. So Carla, both of them have yellow wheels. I think they have similar wheels actually. Wait, do they have the same wheels? No, they're slightly different. But they're pretty similar. You know, in retrospect, Carla isn't the most, like, distinct, but I think the extra yellow makes her pop out a lot. Same with Max, honestly. Alright, over here is Francesco, one of the head honchos of this event. You know, in case I didn't get Max, I was actually planning on, like, if I ever do, like, a GRC video, I think a funny joke would be having Max be off-screen for most of the time because of the fact that, you know, 2024, he was one of the rarer items, but his 2025 release is pretty common now, so... I'm not sure what to think. Oh, wait, no, I forgot to mention, he sort of fades into a darker color similar to his original scheme. Sadly, no purple. I think if this guy did have a purple tint, it would look nice. A lot of people said they liked the silver, but I don't really think it's that good. It doesn't really... I mean, it looks better in person, but on camera, it just looks like a dull gray. And even then, it's not like the brightest silver ever. I don't have any other silver cars, though, so I guess I should, like... I would have really loved to get some of the silver collection cars, even if I think that line was kind of mid. Because the cars like Raul, everybody. Like, Raul was one of my least favorite of all time, because they literally just made him less silver than the original Silver Racers one. So yeah, I never had any of the TROC collections besides... I had one TROC item, and that was Carbon McQueen. Then I lost him. Then I got him again. So I'm pretty much never going to experience a full TROC. But this is basically the same thing, right? This is basically TROC 2. It's basically that. Oh, I should take this time to mention. So as a lot of people know, not every World Grand Prix racer made it into the GRC. You might notice Lewis Hamilton, Jeff Gorvette, Rick Lechkonski, and Nigel weren't in this. Some of them were planned but canceled. And then there was also that weird GRC Mater Mini, which I would love to get. And Max, I mean, I will give this. Max does change up his design, unlike cars like, you know, Miguel here, who looks pretty similar at a distance, right? Like from this angle, he kind of just looks like, this kind of just looks like a Miguel Camino that I customized to look more accurate, because the regular one isn't accurate. But, you know. So I appreciate Max trying to be different. I just think it didn't really hit the mark. I think at the end of this video... Or actually, no, because I did... I'm not sure if I will, because I technically reviewed him already, but I do want to review GRC McQueen by himself, because I haven't fully talked about his design. I don't think. I haven't gone into detail why I like GRC McQueen a lot. I haven't thanked the man who helped me get him and Jackson here. I wonder if these guys play... I feel like all three of these guys play Rocket League. Is that just me? I feel like they all play Rocket League. Max Schnell is like the one that's like super dedicated to the game. Miguel is just like cruising through, and Jackson's like getting mad at everyone because his teammates are failing him. I don't play Rocket League, but I thought that'd be a funny joke. Jackson Storm will always be a pro gamer in my heart. Alright, McQueen, main guy. Man, Max just looks so off. I don't know why. Max just always felt kind of... I think it's the fact that like they reused his model for like all the international cars, but Max Schnell himself just kind of feels like an oddity. I was talking earlier before about the missing GRC cars. I really wish they had made them. I think it would have been cool, but you know what? I'm fine with what we have. I think having 9 cars was enough. I really do hope the regular versions of those cars get re-released. I know Lewis is in a 5-pack right now, and Jeff is being currently made as a color changer, but you know, Rip and Nigel haven't seen action in so long. Cruz and Max. They look pretty interesting together. This is a very interesting character combo. I love the GRC putting Cruz and Jackson in this, and it's just like so funny seeing them next to these World Grand Prix racers that we knew for a long time, but also they just seem so like out, like just it, like I don't know, like seeing Cruz and Max Schnell feels like a Disney Store 2-pack, right? It feels like Wingo and Chief Chick. Those characters should not be next to each other at any given point. Shu Todoroki, I think this is the guy who crashes into Max like this. Oh, Max recovered from his accident in the World Grand Prix. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. Here's GRC Shu. I think GRC Shu might be my least favorite. So I think I'm gonna wait till I review GRC McQueen by himself to rank all these guys. But this is everyone. This is all of them paired together. Really nice to finally have one of these lines completed. I think I'm content. I don't think I'm ever going to try this again with any other EO line, except maybe Disney 100, right? Because that's like 6 cars, so like that would be good, and also it just feels weird to only have 2. But yeah, overall, GRC, pretty solid line. I'm really happy that it exists. All these guys are really cool, and you know what? Most of these guys I don't have the regular versions of, so it was a good substitute, right? Anyways, that's all I have for now. Hope you all enjoyed the review, and I shall see you all around. Bye-bye!